Yeah, hi everyone. Welcome back to QAShastra online training. In previous episode, we learned what TypeScript is and why Playwright use TypeScript. Today we will focus on only installing the Playwright, creating the first project and running the first test. So today we more major focus on we will install everything required to start Playwright automations. So if you are not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and do a like and share. So let's don't waste the time. Let's jump on to the session. So by this, so what are the installation steps which we required for start Playwright? So here I mentioned that Node.js is one of the module and VS Code, Visual Studio Code, and then Playwright to install and browsers, which browser to be installed, and then we'll automate. Step by step, I will guide you, and you can parallelly you can do it. So that we can, if you have any trouble, so you can comment it. If not, comment that, I will reply on that. So maybe for my installation, it will be smooth because I have done many times. So for your case, if you are doing first time, you will get little bit challenges. So those you can, when you get right, you can comment on the chat. I will reply on that. So here, why we use to install Node.js is Playwright runs on the Node.js packages. So for that, Node.js is execute our framework code outside the browser. So that is the one. And and one more thing, we will see that npm is a kind of package. So where by using this npm command, we can install with this Node.js and also we can install that other helping Playwright packages. Playwright packages. So here you can see that first we need to install Node.js. On top of that, we can use by using the npm command, we can install the Playwright softwares. Let me open my browser and so Node.js download. So this is the nodejs.org. So from where we can download this. So here you can see that this is the official website for Node.js. And from here we can download LTS version. So open the installer and default setting, just click and it will be completed. So in my system it is done, right? So just you can click on this one. You will get that download installer. So with respect to your operating system, you can download it. Suppose if you are Windows, you can just download this Windows installer and it will download in the download location. So the installation will be completed. So I'm not doing that because I have done. So after installation is done, so if you open your terminal, or we can call it a CMD command prompt. So here you can see that there is a command you can fire node-v. So here I installed that v22.14.0 so in my Windows machine. So now also I can check that npm version. Okay, so if you got the npm version also like 1.11.2020, so which means I already installed in my machine like Node.js properly. Okay, if you are not getting, which means it is not installed, you have to reinstall again, find out the configurations, those things. Yeah, next step is like we need to install VS Code. So for VS Code, we can go to so open the official website. So let me go to so this is the official website and where we can download the installer based on your operating system and install default settings and click on that. So I'm not doing that. So already I have it. So just I'm telling you like whether you are respect to Windows, you can click on based on your configuration, you can download it. If you are a Linux, if you're a Mac, you can use this thing. So and download it. So, but by clicking on the next default setting, it will be installed properly. So once it is installed, right, you can explore project files and this. So let me click on this here in that Windows search. You can see that Visual Studio Code is installed. So I'll open a new window. So let me open a new window. So whenever you open this Visual Studio Code, you will see that by default editor page will be opened. So nothing is there on that. So we need to create. Okay. So because it is a new window freshly installed, right? So now Either we can create from here file and folders, or you can create an open. So let me create a one folder and I will open. Now you can see the folder is blank right now. The demo project it is showing it. So now here important thing is we need to create. So already I created project name folder. That is a demo project. No file is there. Only folder is created. So now from here, so there is a three dot menu in the top. You can see that there is a terminal and you can click on the new terminal. So it will open terminal here. So this is the command where we can install our Playwright to this project only. It's not global. If you use G is a global, but here with respect to this project level, we are going to we are going to install a Playwright latest version. So if I click on this one, so it will gonna download required binaries and which will install. Now you can see there is a in section which will be displayed while installing Playwright in your machine. So here you can see that initializing a project in dot means the current location. And do you want to use Playwright TypeScript or JavaScript? So here we have a by default it is selected a TypeScript. You can change to JavaScript as well. So based on that it will be used. Okay. So I will I will select the TypeScript. Now where you put your end-to-end test case. So you can give new folder structure or by default folder structure. So I will allow by default folder structure as a test is the root of putting all the end-to-end test cases in the test folder. So tap over it and click on enter. Add a GitHub actions workflow. So true. So okay. So just I'm leaving a by default one. And you see that install. So yes, I will allow to all the browsers. Okay. So initializing npm project module. Now you can see that. So there are a lot of folders which will be created in this particular area. So after completion of this one, so we got one of the file is package.json because it is a okay. So node project which will have a configuration file that is a heart of this project we can say. And going forward, I will explain in detail about this project.json file. Okay, it is installing and you see that node underscore module folder also it is installed. Now if I extract here, right? So you can see that at the rate playwright bin required and playwright test. Okay, playwright test, all the test related playwright test, playwright core and playwright, all the libraries and bin library also generated. Okay, node modules is created and you see that there is a one folder is automatically created, that is a test folder which we allowed, right? And there is a one example test case also generated by default. So and also now you see that in the installation process, so now it is installing my Chrome browsers. The first browser is a Chrome browser. Okay. And there is a one more file you are able to see now. This is another important file in the playwright test playwright.config.js. So this playwright.config.js I will explain in detail. And this is a more core area and most of the interviews real-time configuration which can be updated as based on our requirement. Suppose there could be like only I want to run the Chromium browser. I don't want to run in the parallel. I want to run in the parallel, and we want a multiple workers. So those kind of situations, and we will come and update it. And CI/CD configurations also we're gonna do here from run our configuration from here only. So that is the case. It is also important file in this particular Playwright project. Okay, these two files are very configuration basis file. There are magics will happen based on that configuration, and most of the very beginners. So very beginners they will confuse and cannot understand properly in the initial stages. So don't worry about that. I will take one session for the Playwright config.ts and separately and package.json detail one more session. So I will plan that so that you will get more clarity on this one. So now let's see that our test. Okay, this is the test. By default, test is created here. You can see all these things, all the lines will be explained in the later session. So this is a test where we can run it. So initially that by default Playwright dev site will be opened and check the title. And also second test case is also opening this playwright.dev, and which will be verified this link is displayed or not, something like. So let me run this test. So I want to run this test, right? So I can go with here. Type the command npx playwright. Npx playwright test is a command where you can run our test cases. So currently in this file or in this particular example.specs.ts file, there are like how many test cases we have? I think two test cases. Test is a test case. So like two test case, four worker node. Okay. And it is executing now. Now it is executing. So it is a headless mode, right? It is running it. And here no browser window will be visible. So if I want to see the execution, so I will specify I need to run this project only one browser. So here we have some kind of projects. So which means a browser configuration. So I will add this Chromium and let me run it. Now we can see that only Chromium browser with the headed mode. So this time we can see that test execution. Yeah, test execution is having error. So I found that there are two issues. The first thing is Playwright npx playwright Chromium browser is not installed properly. So this is the command npx playwright install Chromium browser. So this will be installed successfully. We need to wait some time. I will pause in this video. So the installation done. Next is like there is a command to run only specific browser npx playwright test hyphen edit and minus hyphen project equal to Chromium. Now this particular command where we can execute the script in Chromium browser and with the headed mode. This time we can see that a browser test execution. Two worker nodes, two workers. So you can see that there is a test. Yeah, there are two browsers are open and closed. So there are simple test cases which I was executed. Now those are successfully done. So here you can see that two test using two worker node and two past test cases. We'll discuss what is a worker node and all. And if you want to see the report, you just type here npx playwright show hyphen report. So directly it will open that browser, report browser. So here you can see the about the result and the file of the test case and as test and get test. So Chromium browser, which is showing here Chromium. If it is a Firefox will be shown, and you can see that what and all the steps which has the test case and followed. So now this is the way we can extract and see that what are the steps are executed and what it was there in the code. Okay, if any failures, we can see extract and see the cause of the failure, and we can go and fix it. What we learned today, just summarize that. So today we learned that install Node.js and install VS Code, install Playwright, and create a one Playwright project and run the first test. So we have completed successfully. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for watching it, and please subscribe my channel. And if you are not subscribed, so thank you, thank you for watching it, and we'll meet in the next episode.